Diamond Turfs or Griffies? Griffies. There's always some dude trying to join. Get buckets. How you doing, everybody? Today, we're going to be doing LeBrons. We're going to do random LeBrons. I have 5 pairs here. Felt like the right thing to do with the 20 releasing this year. I don't know why I said the 20. It's definitely the LeBron 18 that released. Thinking about other shoes right now. LeBron 18 coming out this year, and we're getting the retro of the LeBron 8. I figure, why not, just do something different. You've probably seen some of these shoes before. Maybe you've not seen some of them. But I thought today we'd start off with a LeBron 8, which came in this beautiful box. Do you see this thing? Like, big old lion, big old LeBron face. This is actually the V2. So on the 30th, LeBron's dropping the Laker retro of the 8, which is one of my favorite LeBrons ever. So I figure I might as well show you the V2, which is the second version of the LeBron 8 that came out. It used synthetic materials, and you're going to see what that did to aging the shoe. Came with synthetics, got rid of the suedes, got rid of the leathers that the V1 LeBron 8 comes with. So you'll see on the purple and yellow pair that's dropping, that purple is in a really nice brushed suede. But what time has done to these is yellow the shit out of them. So you can tell by the white, I've kept them in pretty good shape. Like, they're doing okay. But this thing turns PP yellow. There's just so many good details in this shoe, though. So both of them have the LeBron writing right here. They both have the lion with different degrees on the tongue. Fly wires in the same place. And the reason why this was the V2 is because all of this is what I was just talking about. They replaced all of this with this perforated, it's like a lunar fly type deal. This perforated 2010 material that was really popular. But the shape is all the same. So here you'd have the harder pieces of plastic. Here you'd have the harder pieces of plastic on the V1. But the full length Air Max tooling, that is the same. You get this cool little 8 hourglass here making the number of the shoe. You have a lion there in the middle. Mesh tongue makes it extremely breathable. The LeBron 8, man, like, I really hope they do what they did with the 7 and the 3 and the 1 and just make a dummy number of these colors. Like, a stupid number of these colorways. You could wear these in any situation on the basketball court. If you're a guard, you're a big man. They'll do a good job in both perspectives. But just look at that. Look at how yellow and nasty. So white, it's all supposed to be this white. And they were white when I got them. But that's just not a good color. But the box is so sick, man. Young LeBron. Look at that. Young LeBron. Already hiding the hairline, but that's okay. I feel his pain, so I'm not going to hate on him for that. So, random shoe. The 8 comes out on the 30th. I actually have a pair. I have more 8s back there, but we're just going to do that one pair of V2s for right now. And we're going to go in a weird order. So, these are next. Hello, everybody. So, another Area 72 shoe. This is the LeBron 10. Very cool detailing on the side of the box. Very cool. The 10 is my favorite LeBron shoe. Like, I go back and forth between a couple models, but when I stop and I think about it, the 10 is just the most comfortable LeBron of all time. So you can't beat the comfortableness of it. I could give you her Entourage. Yes. Entourage 8. You can actually find a pair of used Entourage 8s for a very reasonable price right now. I've passed on a couple of times I've seen them. No more than $160. Like, really, really, really good price. So, the 10 here we have is the Area 72. Yes, so the 7s were pretty comfortable. But the 8, with having the zoom within the full-length Air Max, so the naming convention of this goes back and forth. But you can kind of see here the zoom fibers in the Air Max bubble. And that gives you regionalized cushioning that's extra responsive. So here and here, you get zoom in Air Max. It's just a feeling like no other, while still underfoot having the comfort of the full-length unit. Like, this, I've had somebody else here say that the 7's really comfortable. What LeBron do you think is the most comfortable? Because this upper gave you a lot of options. It has the fly-wire cables, and I believe, no, the 9 had some exposed cables. But this setup, a fly-wire cable, and that gives you the ability to flex this hard while still having a synthetic upper, is fantastic. I know Nightwing just said on an interview we recorded with him that the synthetic upper, I guess, era of basketball shoes weren't for him. But the way that sits over the mesh, so you can still see the mesh underneath there. Bump it. Okay, so you think the 11s were the most comfortable with the drop-in midsole. So the 11s were comfortable once you broke them in. Yes. You can wear those all day long after you've worn them for 2 whole days. If you try to wear the LeBron 11 out the box, it's stiff. I think it's why he didn't wear the shoe. It's not as good until you give it a couple miles and give it a chance to break in. But the cut of this shoe, look at how asymmetrical the ankle cutout is. And I'll go into the Galaxy print in a moment. But you have these perforations here, these vents. It gives you some pretty decent breathability. It's 2010, so this is Generation 1 Hyperfuse. So it's not going to be the 2012, excuse me. So these came out in 2012. First generation Hyperfuse was 2010. So this is year 2 of Hyperfuse in here. And it's cool. It does a good job, not great. We'll see other materials do much better. Flywire, Flyknit, that combination outdoes this Hyperfuse and Flywire. But such a comfortable shoe, man. The tongue is huge. Like, this thing, who remembers in 2012, like, popping this out with their jeans in? You have your jeans tucked in here, creating a holster for your pant leg. But that tongue is huge. Big old cosmic LeBron Leo on the inside. Again, the Area 72 collection. So you're going to have Galaxy print throughout the inside of it. I'm trying to hit this light so you can see it better. Yeah, Galaxy print all in there. Yes, so the vent reminds you of the Hyper Dunk. So all cut from the same vein. Those are the entry level high-tech shoes that Nike Basketball was offering. These were the high, aspirational Nike Basketball offering. But such a good shoe, dude. Just look at that. Oh, I love it. So what was really cool about the LeBron 10 is this back region would have a different little icon depending on what shoe it was. I saw somebody on here said they had the Cutting Jades. I believe the Cutting Jades has kind of red thing in there. I sold my Cutting Jades many years ago. I don't remember what's inside of them. But there's a little piece, I think it was like a red. The Christmas pair had a little like Christmas tree ornament on it. Cutting Jade had something on it, but they all have something on it. And the 10 Area 72, that translucent, again, like the 8. So you have the X here. On the 8, you have the figure 8. So those little things add up to something cool. Love, love, love this shoe. Great shoe. And we'll actually move it on to a shoe a couple of you have brought up. The LeBron 11. So I worked at House of Hoops when the 10 and the 11 came out. So I've had many pairs of this shoe in my life. And this, I would say, is the best colorway. Now, the motif has been played out. A lot of people aren't rocking with the what the's that much anymore. But this is the third time. I believe there's a LeBron 9 what the sample. But the 10 what the / MVP was the first one to release. Super limited. If I could have any pair of LeBrons on earth, I go back and forth. And I think the what the MVP 10s would be my ultimate holy grail. These are quite obtainable. I was curious how much they were now, and they're like $400 and a size 12 on StockX, which at a retail price of, well, I believe they were, oh shit. So these were $250 retail. So $400 isn't that bad of a premium. But when you see this right foot, and then I show you the left, or you can kind of see the left here behind the text, they are completely different. And in my book, if you're going to do a what the, you got to lean in. I'll break down some of the colors and models that make up this shoe in a moment here. But I need to find better ways of showing you guys these shoes. But look at that. That is like peanut butter and jelly on acid. I guess we could conversely flip them this way, and you can see the other side. And here. That is crazy. So I'll break down a little bit. These came out in 2013. We'll start out with this one. So you have the LeBron 7 All-Star here. You have the LeBron 2/10 USA print here. And it's 3M reflective going through. Get a better angle on there. You see the engravings. And then you have the Galaxy from the LeBron 9. Then you have the crushed jewel swoosh from the 10 USA. Then you have the Miami Night 8 low here. On the back heel, you have the Dunkman. Through the colorway, you can pick up that it's a LeBron 7 Dunkman. Here on the outsole, there's been a lot of fucking clear outsoles. So, a clear outsole on there. This one, so you have the Yankee, the Derek Jeter / Yankee pinstripe through the inside from the LeBron 5. It's such a good shoe. Oh, duh. You had the tongue of the LeBron 8 South Beach. Man, that's a good shoe. So that's just one side of it. Here, you have the MVP LeBron 6, another holy grail. If they release a LeBron 6 MVP, I'm in trouble. Black History Month BHM 10 on the swoosh. That is a cool swoosh. Then here you have the Graffiti 4. Then you have like the Everglades / King's Pride in the synthetic up here. My favorite part is the Stewie Griffin LeBron 6 right here. Super uncomfortable to hoop in. But as a walking around shoe, much better. This is the closest I'm ever getting to the Stewie Griffin 6. That's the closest. So they say this jewel lion icon is supposed to be a callback to the Air Zoom Generations heel, which I can see it. And then you have the red carpet 7 on the tongue. You have Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebble 4s in there. And then you have Big Apple LeBron 6 on the inside. So this was the LeBron 11. We're now on LeBron 18. And it's funny how much we collectively don't like the LeBron 5 and 6. And how many callbacks there are to the LeBron 5 and 6 on these shoes. So, what else do we have in here? So there's some 2 All-Stars in here. So this spray paint looking part right here is from the LeBron 10 re-entry. What else do we have here? Yankees, USA. Right? Kicks and Things. Never went over this shoe, and he owns it. I mean, it's fun to go through and look at it. I haven't had this shoe out of the box in like 5 years. So it was a fun pair to see again. Definitely bad memories of working retail. Good memories of owning the shoe. So this next one we're going to go with, it's kind of fitting. I had to go with the LeBron 7. This was a very popular shoe this year. And this is my favorite LeBron box ever. Because let me paint a picture for you. It's 2009. The season's starting. The shoe releases in November. The NBA season starts in October. So throughout this shoe and throughout the box, there are things like street crossings. There's things like... Where'd it go? I think it's on the shoe. There's things like Akron, city limits, St. Vincent, St. Mary's, that school sign. Basically, it's giving off the vibe that LeBron loves Akron and is never going to leave Akron. And he fucking leaves. Which, I'm never going to hate on LeBron for the decision. He made money for the Boys and Girls Club. Fuck off. Like, whatever. But the box, everything about here is a love letter to the city of Akron. And he goes and leaves to Miami. And I would do the same thing. If I was from Akron, Ohio, and I was like, hey, I have an opportunity to make millions and millions of dollars and make more money and be in South Beach, sun, food, culture. Not like there's not culture in Akron, Ohio, but Miami, man, the arts district, everything, the cars, the lifestyle, everything that comes with Miami. I would leave Akron, Ohio in a heartbeat. I would leave Cleveland, Ohio in a heartbeat. But we have the LeBron 7, and it's Christmas time, so of all the LeBron 7s, I'll save those for later. And we'll do the Christmas pair. It's Monday night, so we have these coming up. I'm out. Catch me on the sand. For real. But here on the inside, it says, on the outsole, pardon me, community, family. It's so iridescent. Yeah, it says family and community. And he leaves the family of Ohio and the community of Cleveland. Or Akron. Whatever, dude. I'm just telling that story because I thought it was funny. There really wasn't that good of an end part to it, so I ended up just rambling the whole time. So, the LeBron 7 Christmas was not a difficult shoe to acquire. I bought these from Kith for, I believe, $80. And god damn it, I was happy about it. I put the red laces in them. I think they look so good. How do I feel about the China Moon LeBron 7? I love it. There's this too many pairs coming out around Christmas time right now that I'll revisit the China Moon in a couple months. That shoe was on sale. So here's the thing about LeBron 7s. You could get most of the LeBron 7s on sale. But if you're a size like 11 and a half and up, you are not finding them. Big footers love the 7. I think it's because real hoopers know. Maybe their older brothers or sisters, their dads told them that this was the shoe to play in. And they weren't wrong. Like, this is a fantastic performance basketball shoe. Everything I loved about the V8, the 7 also did, just not as well in some regards. So this synthetic Flywire, I've spoken about it on the podcast, does absolutely nothing. The Flywire is just plastic. It's embedded into it. You feel something. If you squint your eyes and wish really hard, you can feel something in there. But the Flywire did nothing. The tongue was much more connected. This was much more of a booty feel. The ankle, it had this nice padding, but it still wasn't the most comfortable. They made it more padded and brought it up higher on the LeBron 8. The full-length Air Max, still a great thing. But there's just elements from all these LeBron shoes. So 10, high and pointy. I don't have any 9s around me. I sold my last pair of 9s last year. I don't own a pair of LeBron 9s anymore. They'll come back around, though. So super high cut around the ankle. But it has to have the dip. Here it doesn't have the dip so much. It just has the padding and the flexibility. So LeBron is one of the most athletic people to ever play basketball. So he needs to have the stability from a full-length Air Max shoe, but you still got to have the maneuverability of something like this. Yes, so Dev, LeBron rocked the 7 a lot. Since the shoe started, even before the shoe started retroing, he loves the 7. The 7 is one of his favorite shoes. He's said it in interviews. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the other ones, but I know for a fact the 7 was one of his favorites. But this is such a cool Christmas shoe because on the insoles, it has, they're glued in. I don't want to rip them out, but it has a present of the little Fisher-Price basketball hoop. You probably can't see it very well. You're not going to see that. But there's a Fisher-Price basketball hoop wrapped up. That's what LeBron first learned to play on. I think a lot of us first learned how to play on a Fisher-Price thing. But the 7 is just such a clean shoe. When these first released, hot fire. You could not get these. Now, 2020, anybody who's been into LeBrons like me, and probably a lot of our viewers still here with us, love this shoe and will keep fucking with it. And that's why they bought it on their restock. But this shoe, I thought was going to be much more difficult to acquire. And luckily, the sneaker gods told you hypebeast to fuck off. And I was able to buy these for super cheap. I got my All-Stars for less than retail. And those were the only LeBron 7s I bought. No, I got them for retail. So less than retail on these, for retail. I'll pick up those China Moons probably for about retail when I finally pull the trigger. I'm super geeked on shoes today. I haven't smiled genuinely and as hard as I have today. The homie hooked me up with a pair of Kobe 6 Grinches for retail. That's what a good friend does. I want to cry a little bit when I think about it. I'm so happy about it. So I'll do those as an unboxing later. Yes, so very comparable to the LeBron, very comparable to the Jordan 11. That shoe inspired this shoe. And the colorways, the bread colorway of the LeBron 7, the samples, that's one of the more beautiful. So what the MVP 10s, pretty much all of the Heroes pack from the 7s. So the Deion Sanders, the Breads, and then the Pennies, all absolutely insane shoes. I would lose my shit if I had a chance to get one of those. And then for my last shoe here, the last pick, we're coming up at a half an hour, and I want to keep these reasonably length. Not the heaviest LeBrons, but one of the heaviest. If you've bought a pair recently, hello Rowit. If you've bought a pair of LeBrons recently, you are familiar with the orange sportwear box, which kind of sucks because the OG LeBron 3 came in a box that had a little carrying handle in the back. So it had an awkward front flap you closed, and it had a little strap. You could carry the shoe like this. Think a Nintendo GameCube, like the back of a GameCube. But the LeBron 3 had that box. And I was super disappointed when these did not come with that. And that's okay. I'm double disappointed in myself because I use StockX. But I wanted these shoes super bad. I couldn't get them. So, retail was $175. I got them for $168. You can't read that right. $168. So $155 plus tax. Less than retail. That fucking made my day. I got these, I want to say, in like August of this year. And let me tell you why I like this shoe so much. So the LeBron 3, I believe I wrote an article for Nice Kicks about the LeBron 3. This shoe was LeBron, I think, at his peak, just freak of nature in terms of movement. His speed, his hops, his dynamic ability just to move left and right. The LeBron 3 really embodied what LeBron James was doing on the court. So this shoe is bulky as a motherfucker. It has metal eyelets on it that clickety clank everywhere you go. So I don't know if you can hear that. That clicking. These metals at the end of it, the metal at the end of it just clicks so hard. It's annoying as hell. But this has the same zoom as the Pippin 4. Oh, what was it? Tuned Air. So yeah, this has zoom tuned air. So the same shit that's inside of the Air Max Plus is inside of the LeBron 3. You just can't see it. So I got to roll with the Midnight Navy. Those are back there. I actually have them. I went back and forth between the bread and the navy, and I went with the home. I guess the away colorway. The home was white and red. But as I was saying, so the Pippins had this zoom. The Air Max Plus has this kind of zoom. It's such a good fucking pair, man. Like, they're clunky as hell. Like, I can't stress enough. It's heavy, but you have so much cushioning. Like, it almost feels like beads of padding on the inside. It's just something crazy. The toe box, not every LeBron 3 has the same materials. Some are suede. Some don't have this ribbing here. But the LeBron 3, man. Jesus. So LeBron was, I think he dunked over Damon Jones. He dunked over somebody wearing the LeBron 3. I'm trying to remember who he dunked on, and that's going to bother me. It was 2005. I thought the toe was split into a zoom bag and a 14mm zoom bag. I don't know about the forefoot, but I know in the heel, because I have a pair that's fallen apart that is now a vase, and it was the tuned air in the back. Also, the carbon fiber plate in the middle, herringbone traction. It's so heavy and beefy and hot. Like, my feet sweat in these. He never liked having the same materials used in his models. Facts. Just the beefy nature of this shoe makes it very unbreathable. But it's so clean. Just the way the plastic heel scoops up. You have the little Legend of Zelda ending here. Then you got the way the toe box works out. The color blocking options on this shoe are bananas. It's making me want to go buy more LeBron 3s right now. So, dunked over Delonte West. I don't know if that was in this shoe. But yeah, Delonte West was playing for the Celtics, right? And he bodied him. I need to go find that video and put it on Sneaker History. So I need to figure that out. This is the jam. Like, the LeBron 10, the LeBron 8, 10, 8, 7, and 3 might be my favorites. But just, God, this, I can go on and on to saying, God. And this is why I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is why I am awful in front of the camera. I just think about saying the same thing over and over again because my brain's just saying, oofta, that's a gorgeous fucking shoe. Yes, older pairs are so uncomfortable. The Air Zoom generation's uncomfortable. The 2s, uncomfortable. The 3s, I should have sized up. I should have got a 12.5. I got 12 twice, and I should have learned my lesson. But these are definitely heavy. So have I noticed the size difference from model to model? Yes, I have noticed the size difference. So it's not so much a size difference, it's a padding difference and a makeup of the shoe difference. So hold on, I can pull these. So the LeBron 17, there's nothing here. There's nothing on the tongue. Super smooth going throughout. There's a lot of room in here. This allows me to fit a size 12 true to size every time. But the 3 and even the 7 here, the 7 still fits true to size, but it's bulkier in some regions. The 7 being stripped out here and having the synthetic allows me to do true to size also. But the 1, 2, 3, the 6, yeah, the 1, 2, 3, and 6, I have to go a half size up. They're just so bulky, I can't even bother with it. But I wear them still, I love it. How do I feel about the LeBron 15? I love that shoe on and off the court. I felt good about the LeBron 15. So good that I bought the first colorway the second I saw it on sneakers. I'll talk about these more later. I didn't want to do new LeBrons. When I get a pair of 18s, I'll do 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in that order. But the 15s are cool. Would you say you like the 3? Would I say the 3 is like the 10? No. The 3 is not like the 10. This full-length airbag versus the 2 levels of zoom, not a comparison. Plus, there's zoom inside of this airbag. So, the 10, if I had to give a suggestion, if you wanted to hoop in a pair of LeBrons, buy a pair of Soldiers, is first and foremost. These are great shoes. I love wearing LeBrons as lifestyle pieces. I have played in many LeBrons, but the Soldiers just do such a good job, and at the price point, you can't beat it. Like, the Soldier line is where I recommend starting, and if you like the Soldiers, go into the Signature line. But no problem. But if you like the Soldiers, you can then work your way into the Signature lines. I highly recommend buying them from Nike or a place that has free returns, because if you... I literally did this. I did this with the Air Max 95 Neon I bought last week. I bought a 13 and a 12. I don't know how they're going to fit. I'm going to return the one that doesn't fit. So with the LeBron Signature shoes, I would buy both, or buy one and make sure it fits. If it doesn't, return it and buy the other one. I like buying both just because I'm paranoid I won't be able to find it if it doesn't fit right. Yes, Soldiers are for hooping. I also would say don't be afraid of the ambassadors. The Witness line is also pretty good. Just, they are what they are. They're takedown models. They're affordable models. So they're not gonna have all the bells and whistles in them. I would definitely say Soldiers if I'm giving advice and you want to wear Nike basketball, wear the LeBron Soldiers. I think we're on, 15 or 16 now? It's fucking crazy. The Paul George 4 you can get for $65 right now, I think, on Nike.com. Maybe I'm thinking 65 and it was 95. But you can get the Paul George 4 for super cheap. Hello, Mario Restores. The Kyrie 7 is a really, really good performance shoe. The Converse BB Evo. Converse All-Star BB Evo. That's the name of it. So that's a really good basketball shoe. I recommend that one. But I'll talk basketball shoe recommendations. That's a good idea. One of our Patreon Discord members recommended doing LeBrons today. So here we go, and we have that going on. We're gonna do more things. I think next episode is gonna be on Christmas Eve, and I'll do Jordan 1s on Christmas Eve. Kyle, what's up, man? I'll check that out. I'll think about it later. I think I'll do Jordan 1s though on Christmas Eve. So come back. Yeah, Jordan 1s for sure. For sure. So Jordan 1s next time. Thank you for hanging out with me. To recap, we have LeBron 10. We have LeBron 3. We have LeBron 8 V2. We have LeBron 7. I did one more. Oh. They already showed the what the? Yeah, what the? There's just shoes everywhere. Whatever. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. You think we will ever get the original? Let's see here. Do you think we'll ever get the original? Like, what do you mean get the original? Like, the first LeBron? Because we already got that. I'll pull out some Air Zoom Generations next time. But, oh, I see it now. Original LeBron 6. Yes, I do think we'll get the original LeBron 6. I think we'll also get the LeBron 6 sketch that got scrapped last minute. I think that was Ken Link's last up to bat at the design table for LeBron. I like the alternate LeBron 6 too. But the model that released, I have the taxis somewhere. They're either here or they're in Vegas. I'll have to figure that out. But the LeBron 6 is a great shoe. It gets not enough love. I do think it'll come back. They will retro every LeBron shoe that has ever released. Because if they bring back the Jordan 15, they can bring back a LeBron 6. So, that's just my 2 cents. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rowit. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in and interacting with me. Nobody liked LeBron 4, my favorite. I like the LeBron 4. I don't own a pair of LeBron 4s. I think the 4... Damn. No, the 4 and the 5 are the only LeBrons I've never owned. So, I'll fix that someday soon. I'm always on like Poshmark looking for old LeBrons. And they're too beat up. I can't mess with it. But alright, end of my ranting. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This will be posted if you want to watch it or share it with a friend later. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, Sneaker History, where we have like Rowit, myself, Mike, and Nick doing our podcast with the video. So you can see this mug stutter in real time, like as it's happening. So that's pretty cool. We have the podcast, obviously, so check that out. Nice having the 1 through 17. With that said, I don't own a lot of the LeBron still. I don't have any 13 still. I don't have any 12 still. If I don't like it, I move it. So, keep getting sidetracked. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And tune in this time on Thursday, which I believe is Christmas Eve, where we talk Jordan 1s. So, have a good day and take it easy. Bye.